Early voting for Russian presidential election begins.
President Zelensky reveals Ukrainian death toll for the first time.
3,250 gay and young citizens enlisted in the military.
Hello, you're watching today's news on NTV. Early voting for Russian presidential election has begun in some regions in Zaporizhzhia and the Russian Far East, although the official vote would take place between March 15 and 17.
The Russian Regional Election Commission said early voting in the presidential election had begun in the Russian-controlled Zaporizhzhia region of eastern Ukraine. Those who lived near the line and military personnel were the first to vote. Voters need to present a Russian or Ukrainian passport based on the decision of the Regional Election Commission. On the same day, about 30,000 people also casted their ballots in some regions of Russia. They include citizens and military personnel living and working in remote and isolated areas. There are 4 presidential candidates in the Russian election, including the incumbent President Putin, who is predicted to secure victory in this election and serve as president of Russia for a 5th term.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky just revealed an official estimate of its military losses during the conflict with Russia for the first time. Accordingly, around 31,000 Ukrainian troops have been killed since Russia began its special military campaign 2 years ago, much lower than Western estimates.
The number is believed to be the first official death toll reported by the Kiev authorities since the conflict with Russia began in February 2022. However, at the press conference, Zelensky refused to disclose the number of people injured, saying the information would benefit Russian military planning. Also at the press conference, President Zelensky announced that Ukraine had planned a new counterattack against Russian forces. The Russian Defense Ministry estimates the Ukrainian military has incurred approximately 400,000 casualties, of which more than 215,000 in 2023 alone. The figure was released shortly before Russian forces reportedly destroyed more than 1,500 Ukrainian troops in the liberation of the strategic Donbass stronghold, Avdiivka, last weekend.
Joining the joyful atmosphere of the early Spring Days 2024 and the National Enlistment Day, all districts and cities across the province held ceremonies for thousands of elite youth to join the army. In 2024, Nghệ An province was assigned by the government, the Ministry of Defense, to call more than 3,250 citizens to enlist the military. Implementing the directive, the province has done a good job of recruiting and enlistment orders with over 3,250 citizens officially called up and 164 backup. According to the assessment of the Provincial Military Command, the quality of recruitment work in 2024 is higher than in 2023 in terms of indicators and criteria. Particularly, this year, 77.4% of citizens met the health requirements, and the proportion of citizens with a university, college, intermediate education has increased by 0.4% compared to last year. The percentage of citizens volunteering to enlist has also risen to 25.7%. Upcoming are some updated news. In Tam Quan Camille, Tungzung District, Nghệ An Province, the Central Youth Union and the Central Committee of Vietnamese Youth Federation, in collaboration with the Border Guard High Command and the Youth Union of Military, disorganized the March Border Program, with the theme My Homeland's Border. This year's Border Month program was held under the spirit of Vietnamese youth taking action for the national border. During the central-level kick-off ceremony, many meaningful gifts were presented. Many youth projects were also launched. The total revenue of the gifts, projects, and activities in the program amounted to over 1.3 billion VND.
TripAdvisor, the world's largest travel guidance platform, has announced the top 25 most beautiful natural destinations in the world in 2024, with Ha Long Bay being the only representative from Vietnam placing second in the list. The platform highlights Ha Long Bay as a famous destination in Vietnam, featuring thousands of differently shaped limestone islands and numerous caves to explore. TripAdvisor also suggested various experiential activities in the bay, such as boat cruises, overnight stays, kayaking, cave visits and seafood dining. It's worth noting that previously, Ha Long Bay was also honored by TripAdvisor as the third leading global trend destination in 2024. The bay is internationally recognized as one of UNESCO's World Natural Heritage Sites.
According to the National Center for Hydrometeorological Forecasting, a cold cell is moving southward from the north. This evening and night, February 26, this cold air mass will affect the northeastern region before moving on to certain places in the northwestern region of the Red River Delta, causing intense cold and foggy, damp and moist drizzle with temperatures in some mountainous areas dropping below 8 degrees Celsius. This condition will persist over the weekend as another strong cold spell is expected to cause chilly, damaging weather in the north, affecting the health of people, livestock, poultry and crops.
The 2024 Spring Festival season in Nghệ An province officially began with major festivals imbued with cultural diversity of the regions. The great efforts from the state management agencies, as well as the awareness of people, make these traditional festivals safer, more civilized to meet the cultural and spiritual needs of people. More in the following story. From the 13th to 15th of the first lunar month, King Mai Temple Festival in Nam Dan District took place, marking the beginning of the year's festival activities in Nghệ An province. Featuring a wide range of rich, distinctive cultural activities such as water procession ceremony, martial arts performances, traditional folk games, as well as vibrant cultural and sport activities, the festival has left a good impression and attracted a large number of visitors.
I attend King Mai Temple Festival every year and I realize that the organization this year is more rigorous and cultural. There is no longer chaos and superstition.
In 2024, Nghệ An province will host 27 festivals, 21 of which will be held in the spring. Many renowned festivals attract a large number of locals and visitors, such as Khon Temple Festival, Kwashan Temple Festival, Quang Temple Festival, and Hangbo Festival. Over the years, the festival management and organization has seen good changes and gone into order. Mayhem, theft, clandestine gambling, and superstition have been largely eradicated.
The Department of Culture and Sports has tasked inspectors to regularly inspect and address misconduct. Localities are urged to organize festivals in compliance with the law.
The positive changes in festival organization is a good signal that should be maintained and promoted by the localities to continue to preserving and promoting the traditional cultural values of the nation. The last story just ended our program today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.